Jerry Jordan kicking the tires. I know you need a caffeine up. Is it that rough out there?
Yeah. It's been a day, man. I'm a caffeine junkie, anyways. But those last 20 laps were like everything you had. I'm pretty drained, so I need a little pick me up.
Take us through those laps, and obviously you came out on top, but there was a lot of question there. Going through there, were you worried at all that you guys would kind of get into each other, or?
It's been fun these last few weeks. Aric and I, not only are we friends, but we're great competitors on the racetrack. And I feel like, knowing Aric for as long as I have, while we are hard-nosed competitors and we both want to be aggressive, we don't make contact, and we're able to race each other super, super well. And, there was a lot of things that kind of transpired today. We had that first rough pit stop, got behind, and we were able to get there. And I was frustrated at myself because I got by him and I made a mistake. And honestly, that was probably the catalyst for the end of the race. And Aric came to victory lane. And, after getting beat by him last week in the same scenario, right? Like long run, his car was definitely better in the long run. He said, I was for sure you were going to make at least one mistake. And he said, you never did. And it was all due to that end of stage 2, right? And to have cars as good as we had today, both of us, right? It's special, and this race team, Jim Pullman, everybody that's a part of Junior Motorsports, Chevrolet, Hendrick Engine Shop. I mean, they all work their guts out to bring cars like that, and everybody does. But just to see how well we qualified as a team and how well we raced. I mean, really, the 88 drove away from me after we had the green flag pit cycle there. So, there's just a lot of things that transpired today. But I knew at the end of the race when we were able to get back in front of Aric, Jim come on the radio, or Eddie, I don't remember which one, said, push. Don't worry about managing the gap. Don't worry about managing tires. Just push, push, push. And we were able to get a big enough gap that when his car finally kind of came around, I was a little too tight. He was a little too free early, and it definitely had a crossover moment, and we were able to not make a mistake and go to victory lane. So, 180 degrees from last week. I was sad last week. I was fired up at the end of stage 2. But to come out of here on top, a place that I've loved since day one and have had so many seconds and thirds here, it made it that much more sweet and special.